401k contributions rise. However, hardship withdrawals also are up, often to prevent foreclosure. Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Please also share this video with your friends. Thank you for your support. Today, I read several financial news articles. I've included links to the articles in the description below. I encourage you to read the articles to support the authors and news sources. As a private American citizen, I'd like to report and share my transformative thoughts through commentary regarding small sections of these articles that are of public interest. Today, I read an article on Yahoo Finance written by Carrie Hannon titled, "Americans Are Feeling Hopeful About Retirement, According to Two New Reports." The author referenced a report from Vanguard titled, "How America Saves 2024, which revealed 43% of workers increased the percentage of their paycheck they set aside in their 401k account last year, compared with 8% who cut their contributions and 2% who stopped." The author went on to reference Jeff Clark from Vanguard, who said, "One mega factor that has ramped up those savings rates has been the increasing number of employers automatically enrolling employees in workplace 401k plans and automatically bumping up contributions annually." Well, my friends, that may be part of it, but I wonder if some Americans are looking at how expensive life is today and wondering how in the world they are going to survive later in life when they retire, given the meager amount of money they have saved. Some may have woken up to the fact that they need to save more and take retirement seriously to stand a chance. I'm not downplaying what Jeff Clark said at all. I'm sure he is right, but I'm just sharing another possibility. The author went on to say, 3/4 of Americans are confident about retiring on their own terms, which may be due to market highs that people have experienced recently. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of optimism out there right now in the market. I'm sure some people are looking at their gains and think they are on target if this continues. I'm afraid some may change their tune if and when we see a market correction or a crash. Understand, I'm not predicting either, but I think people need to understand that the market fluctuates and the returns that some individuals have experienced recently may not continue forever. Unfortunately, a lot of people look at the lump sum of money they have in a retirement account and think they are wealthy. The problem is they don't understand how that lump sum of money translates to income during retirement. People may look at $300,000 sitting in a 401k and think about all of the fun things they could buy with that money. They don't understand that that only translates to $12,000 per year when applying the 4% rule. That's just $1,000 per month, plus whatever you get from Social Security. Many also don't consider the fact that the money in their 401k was put in pre-tax. I think some Americans have too much optimism regarding retirement, but perhaps I'm just a bit pessimistic. The author of this article also referenced a Fidelity report that revealed 6 in 10 of those surveyed said they plan to work at least part-time in retirement. Here are my thoughts. This may help those who didn't save enough for retirement for a while, but let me ask you this. What happens when someone is no longer able to work part-time due to physical or mental limitations? Not everyone can continue working until they pass away. I don't think that is a good plan. Even if someone is physically and mentally able, it doesn't mean there are employers out there that want to hire them. Ageism is alive and well in the labor market, even though it shouldn't be. It is sad that some people in a hiring capacity at companies don't value experience and good work ethic. I read many of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. One commenter said, "I am not sure I would equate working people saving more for retirement as them being hopeful. Seems like people have figured out that the damage of high inflation requires more retirement savings." I tend to agree with this commenter. Another commenter said, "The people that are more hopeful are the ones that have 401k investments and own homes, both of which have seen a big increase. Others who don't own either are those that are not so hopeful." This next commenter said, "Not sure I believe this. The younger generations are not retirement saving savvy nor have high earnings. On top of the current economy, most people in the US are struggling." The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, "Of course folks are confident. The stock market has been up substantially the past 18 months, and now Bitcoin is at an all-time high. If they're close to retirement and don't have their retirement account properly allocated, that confidence will quickly evaporate the next time the market corrects or crashes. I read another interesting article about retirement today. This one was on Fox 29 Philadelphia, written by Kelly Hayes, titled 401k Hardship Withdrawals Increase as Inflation Stays High. The author referenced the Vanguard Group. Hardship withdrawal activity from 401k accounts increased in 2023, going from 2.8% of people in 2022 who initiated a hardship withdrawal to 3.6% of participants last year. Vanguard noted how the hardship withdrawal increase could signal financial stress among more households. When I started to read this, I thought of something pretty scary. What happens when you reach retirement age and are drawing down 4% of your lump sum of money and then encounter some type of financial emergency and you have to take out more money than is recommended, which dilutes your lump sum? This could increase your chances of running out of money before you pass away. If some of these people taking hardship withdrawals are working full-time right now, what is life going to be like in the future if they are scraping by on Social Security along with a small amount of money saved in a 401k? Not everyone is going to listen to their financial advisor and do what he or she suggests. Some will do what they want to do and jeopardize their ability to sustain themselves down the road. There is another thing that bothered me when I read this article. If our economy is booming like we keep hearing about in the mainstream media, and there has been an increase in hardship withdrawals from 401ks, what in the world might we be hearing about in the future if our economy takes a turn for the worse? Now here is the scariest part of this article. The data from Vanguard revealed that about 40% of individuals who dipped into their 401ks last year did so to avoid foreclosure, up from about 36% in 2022. Meanwhile, high inflation has created more financial pressures for many U.S. households, which are forced to pay more for everyday necessities like food and rent. Here are my thoughts about this. If people are having a hard time paying for their homes and need to tap their 401k to avoid foreclosure, what might happen to these people if they can't avoid foreclosure and end up having to find a place to rent? The rental market is insane these days. Even a studio or one-bedroom apartment can cost $2,000 or more per month in some areas, and an entire family can't cram into something that small if they lose their home to foreclosure. I have to wonder if more people may be faced with foreclosure in the future if home insurance costs keep rising and property taxes keep rising. In addition to that, some people may not have the money to cover the cost of maintenance, which continues to get more expensive. Some people may be able to sell their homes and avoid foreclosure, but where do they go then? Do they move in with family members? Do they find roommates? Do they find ways to buy an old RV to live in? I just hate to hear about housing insecurity in America. Many people work hard. Some have had bad luck. Some have made poor choices. Some lack financial literacy. Whatever the case may be, no one deserves to be out on the street and suffering in the elements. Getting back to the article, I am not surprised that some individuals have had to take hardship withdrawals from their 401k because of the high cost of necessities like food. I have read plenty of articles that have discussed how inflation is impacting American families. Some are barely hanging on. I really worry about how people are impacting their future financial security by tapping their 401ks now. Life in the future is unlikely to be any cheaper than it is today, but maybe I'm off base here. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. Check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.